Hi, welcome to another video from Tudata. My name is Chris van der Zwan, and in today's video we're talking about the reducing of the cloud waste for the greater good, right? We're talking about the carbon footprint and how cloud computing can help you to achieve that. So let's jump into it. So in today's cloud world, I think everybody is recognizing the importance and the efficiency to cut costs on the unused resources or use reserved instances, use other things on cutting cloud costs, but also the unused resources, which is quite a high number for a lot of organizations, is not only going to the bottom line, it's also doing the better good for this planet and saving carbon footprint. So let's zoom in today's video where we'll discuss, which elements are relevant and how do you measure that and how can you use that in your carbon footprint reporting, in your annual reporting. So cloud computing is powered by massive data centers filled with servers running 24/7 around the clock, right? These data centers require significant amount of electricity, not only powering the server but also cooling them. And we know that Microsoft is doing studies undersea to have a better cooling and use less energy to do so for those data centers. So there is improvement there, but you can do something about it as well. So study shows that global data centers consume around 1% of the world's electricity. Now that sounds not that much, but 1% is more than a full electricity for a country like Ireland, for example. Right, so if you compare it to that space, it is quite significant. So there is lots to optimize and optimize also in your environments. So when cloud resources are optimized, or not optimized, think like idle resources or oversized data centers or unused storage, unused servers. Servers keep running, consumption, you still keep and run and use the energy without any purpose. Right? So by optimizing your cloud, you of course save costs, right? But you also help to reduce the energy on this planet and therefore save on the carbon footprint to your IT infrastructure. According to Massanet, studies show that better optimization of a data center and operations could save you up to 25%, which is quite a high number, right? It's 1/4 of your IT infrastructure cost. It's also, what I say, not only cutting cloud costs, but also doing good for the carbon footprint and save to this world's planet. So what could you do to save on carbon footprint? So there are, I think, in principle, 4 things you could do in your cloud environments, right? So first of all is the right sizing of your resources, right? And that's was also the reason why you went to the cloud in the first place, because in on-prem it was harder. You had that data center available to you, so you used the max capacity. You couldn't scale as much as you could do in the cloud. So right sizing in the cloud does make very much sense and ensure that your cloud instances and services are right sized for the actual workload that is being used. Studies show that you can save there 15 to 30% on your cost, but there are also 15 to 30% on the reduction of the energy being used. The second one is turn off idle resources. That sounds really easy, but it's here. Therefore, also the FinOps principle is so important because we can analyze data, right? And we see that there are some idle resources, but then we need to act on it, and we need to find different teams within the organization. So therefore, it's really important that you have those FinOps teams in place, so that you can act on the things that you save costs, but also, again, reduce the energy you spend on your IT data centers. And studies show that you can save up to 20% of energy in your cloud environment. The third one is the utilization of serverless architecture. Serverless computing only consumes resources when your code is running. So this is significantly minimizing the baseline of your energy use in your environment. And here in this factor, if you do this right, you could save up to 40% of energy use. The fourth one is the leverage sustainability insight. So there are a lot of partners, tooling out there that is measuring how you are performing on your carbon footprint in your data, in your IT infrastructure, so you can measure it and report it into your annual reports. So you're not alone, of course. Also, we see that the cloud environments are doing this. So Microsoft, for example, is doing this proactively also in their own data centers, and is, I think, a great example how you could do that as well. And achieve some good, right? So a part of Microsoft's sustainability goals, Microsoft optimized its Azure platform by reducing the idle resources and implementing automation to manage cloud waste in a better way. What also will help you, of course. But these efforts led to a 30% reduction on data center energy consumption. So making their data centers 22 to 93% more energy efficient compared to the running in the same services in the data center. So that's one thing what they did. They do more things, right? I also shared that they are doing researches on where to place data centers. Can we do it underwater? And how can we reduce on energy cost? And this is really Microsoft's ambition as well. So they say, okay, resulting high cost savings, but also lower energy cost. So we will start more on renewable energy projects and invest heavily on renewable energy projects. So to, in the end, have the commitment for full sustainability and 0% carbon footprint. So what are the final thoughts about the carbon footprint and CO2? I think it all starts and comes down to your FinOps teams already in place, right? Yes, they are making good cost cutting and cost savings in your environment, but I think they serve even a better and a larger purpose for this planet, saving on carbon footprint and the CO2 running out there. Literally every kilowatt hour saved reduces the strain on our planet, right? Which is very good, and that ensures cloud waste, and ensures that we are not using energy what is not being used at all. So I think that's very important to do and to invest on. If you want to know how you build up a FinOps practice, how you reduce cost in your cloud environments, reach out to our team, reach out to me or to our socials. Let's get in contact and let's see how we can help you to save this planet and reduce cloud waste and save on carbon footprint and CO2. Thank you for this call, and we see you next week.